Eychimo's Adventures is now live. Multi-streaming with
All right. All right. We had fun earlier with Triskless. Took his Argo mole out. Did a bunch of damage with it to ourselves. All right. Where are we going here? We're going to go to Magda. Magda. Where are we going to go? All right. Stored. Retrieve. Off we go. On to. Okay, I'd get off there. Cycle. On to. Oh, inner ship. Startup.
Acknowledged.
Mobile glass.
Open Mobiglass.
Systems are on. Let's repair and refuel. Ba. Take off.
Ascending. Retracting module. Handing you the comms.
Star map.
Activating now.
Back out. How about Hurston? There it is. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. Got a marker somewhere. Range.
Collecting data.
Change view.
Roger that.
Jump.
Jumping.
No, you're not. Yes, you are. Maybe. Jump.
Jumping.
No, you're not. Change view.
Roger that.
Change view.
Roger that.
Jump.
Jumping.
There it goes. Probably didn't complete the cycle. And there goes Crusader in the rear view mirror. Change view.
Roger that.
Okay, we're going to go out here Magda. See how much money we can lose. Ba ba ba. Oh, goodness. Not too long of a trip in this ship. QT's fairly fast. Frame rates are good. This is a successful run. We'll get in the neighborhood of 80K total of credits. I think we're sitting on 67 or thereabouts. Should be about a 12,000 credit run if all goes well. And there's something on the way back after we purchase. We'll be pretty broke. Start all over. Go, 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 go. Not even know for sure that we can fill it up. May not have enough available. One can never tell. Don't have trading kiosk in the game yet to check what's available, but it's coming in the future somewhere. I think the roadmap says second quarter, but there's no guarantee that's true. It probably will happen by the end of the year.
Complying.
Have to wait for a cooldown. The longer you're in QT, the longer you have a cooldown. And I can still travel in hydrogen fuel. Range. Range.
Collecting data.
Collecting data. Well, it said it's spooled, but we don't see nothing. Range. Oh, we're at our corp. We're not at our
Collecting data.
destination yet. My mistake. Range. Range.
Collecting data.
We're just at Hurston. Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel engaged.
Well, this is our destination. Moon.
Quantum travel complete.
Range.
Collecting data.
Choo, choo, choo. Ha.
Complying.
Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel engaged.
Interesting planet. It's got mountains, snow, and looks like, I don't know, hot part.
Quantum travel complete.
Range.
Collecting data.
Ba, ba, ba. Coming in. Don't see any aliens. Don't mean they're not there. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down. And locked.
Landing gear down.
I do not need fuel. I guess we could pad land it anyway. Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
Might as well do it by the book. Close mobile glass.
Closing Mobiglass.
I don't think so. Come on, tilt over. Better be a deck under there.
Deck collision.
There ain't a deck. We're falling through the planet.
Landing successful.
There's nobody else here, so we might as well leave it running. Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Come on, door. Say, come on, door. Okay. 222. This will be the building. Dead cycle. Okay. See how much they got. Oh. Definitely gonna fill it up. Should be about after we sell, we should make about 12,000 extra. As long as we don't disconnect, get blowed up, crash, all kinds of stuff. But we'll try not to do any of those things. Change view.
Roger that.
Change view.
Roger that.
All by our lonesomes. Come on, where's that? Knew it was there. Okay, that's how quick. Oh shit. This is not good. Damn it. Come on. Hell of a time to find a bug. Come on. Clip back through
WTF.
there. Yeah, clip through the thing. It does that on occasion. And of course, I got a full load of cargo.
Mostly.
Come on, clip back through. Don't do this to me. See, there is not an unstuck, and yes, I can die out, but dying out is going to leave this ship stuck here. I won't be able to spawn it. Son of a gun. Come on. Clip back through. You clip through here. Come on. Jesus. This is the risk you take whenever you do cargo trading. There's absolutely nothing I can do.
Or any
about it.
emote. Laughing face.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, it's just power for the course. Come on. I can get the door to open. Probably look, there it goes. Yes! Oh, did I get lucky, huh? Did I get lucky? And there's just nothing you can do about it if it decides
These.
to, if it decides to clip you out to the side there. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, I got lucky there. Almost a wasted 70,000 credits. Okay, but we got back in, so I can't complain a whole lot. I got away with it. Take off.
Ascending.
Sequence.
Retracting modules.
Welcome
Handing
to Star Citizen. Cruise control.
Landing gear out.
Affirmative.
Star map.
Activating now.
Close star map.
Affirmative.
I'm getting pretty quick at that. Let's see. Range.
Collecting data.
No, you're not. Range. There it
Collecting
goes.
data.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Change view.
Roger that.
Jump.
Jumping.
Yeah, we got lucky. Thought for sure I was going to have to suicide. Which would have blown about 65,000 credits. Change view.
Roger that.
But we got lucky. Didn't happen. That's probably the third time a freelancer has done that to me. They just have the animations off far enough to the right that they clip you through the wall over there and off the ladder. And on my Renegade, the animation's off to the right too. And a lot of times I get stuck on top of the ship. So it's not specific to each vessel. Seems like all of them, the animations are just off a little bit. This doesn't take a long trip in this ship. Sure don't like all these cracked up windows on brand new ships. I mean, be different if I was through 100 battles and stuff, but I don't see that's very realistic. They're using cheap plexiglass. I take it they're scratches. I don't know what else they'd be. Little lag spike there. Got a cargo full of gold. It should make about 1 credit a unit. So I got 12,000 units, I guess it is. So we're looking about 12,000 credit profit. And this is not the most profitable run for this ship. Actually, Laranite would be, I guess it is. Trouble is, I can't fill it up with Laranite. I don't have enough credits. I think I can make about 28K in credits on a full load of Laranite. astatine I make somewhere between 12 and 28K. About 15, 16K I guess it is on a full load. But that full load I need 90K to be able to load this up completely. So I'll need to make at least one more load here this way to get over 90. And then the more I make, the more I can profit, or the higher credits I got to work with. Up until 30K, I cannot make more than that on a load in this ship, unless I run illegal spice or something like that. And even then, I can't fill it up, so don't really see the purpose of getting a crime stat. Well, if I don't get caught, you can get away with it. But all right, sure like to run you right up against these big planets. Come on, give me my ship back. Give me my ship back.
There has been a development in the Kretek v SIG lawsuit.
Complying.
Apparently Kretek are convinced that SIG won't release Squadron 42 this year or at all.
I don't know about all, but I doubt if it releases this year. Range?
Collecting data.
Yeah, I can believe it won't make release this year. But I think next year they probably will. Or, jump.
Jumping.
One thing about Cloud Imperium in their they're always optimistic. They never meet their own deadlines. So yeah, I do not expect it to release this year, regardless of what Crytek says. It would be a nice surprise. I don't even know that I'm going to like Squadron 42. It's going to be more of a movie than it is a game, and I really don't like games that are made off of movie, you know what I mean, that are more movie than games. So I have my doubts. I have a copy of the first installment, but I really doubt if it's going to have to be an awfully good game to get me to buy the second and third. I'm not expecting much just because I don't like playing movies. And it might turn out to be awesome. We haven't seen enough of the gameplay or nothing to be able to really tell what it's going to be. But I really didn't like The Last Wing Commander. I thought it had too much movie shit in it.
Also Kretek are adamant that Squadron 42 is still using CryEngine despite SIG's claim that it is purely using Lumberyard.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Lumberyard is Crytek. I can't get into the middle of that. Lumberyard is CryEngine. I mean, make no mistake about it is. I don't know how much they've changed. I know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't, But I know for a fact the Lumberyard they bought it from Crytek, so yeah, it probably is got Crytek stuff in it, or CryEngine stuff in it. Contacts?
Broadcasting now.
I mean,
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
close mobile glass.
Closing mobiGlass.
Landing mode. So yeah, I just don't know. You know what? That's all. Let the lawyers figure that out. I know Chris Roberts did screw them. They did make promises they didn't keep. Whether or not that's worth any money, I have no idea. Chris Roberts has always been a bit of a con man. He screwed Microsoft back in Freelancer. So yeah, but I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not going to worry about it. Who's right, who's wrong, who knows. I just hope it turns out that they don't screw everybody bad enough that we no longer have a game at all. That would piss me off. Because you can bet we're not going to get refunded. Exit seat.
Affirmative.
And depending on how the lawsuits go and all that, you know, how much money it's going to cost SIG could kill the game all by itself, even though the lawyers don't. So, you know, there's a lot riding on it. I don't know why CIG just didn't pay for it. I mean, instead of trying to get everything for free. Everybody always trying to get something over on somebody. And like I say, none of us, all these internet lawyers and all that stuff making the comments about it, they don't know any more about it than anybody else. I mean, we weren't in on the negotiations. We don't have the written stuff that they promised, you know. So there, as far as I know, there may not even be any good truth into it. And then again, it may be that there's a whole lot of truth in all of it. Just don't know. I just hope it doesn't kill the game completely. I mean, I don't think it'll ever release for a while. I think we're probably 2, 3, 5 years away. But I sure would like to see it. Really, I would like it to get... oh, I can sell all of it. Boy, that's lucky.
Would you play Red Dead Online?
Complying.
You know what? I don't play it offline. I haven't played it yet. There's parts about it I think I'd really like, and other parts I think I wouldn't like. So, yeah, I haven't tried it. I don't know. You know, there's so many FPS games out there now. You have your choice of so many. And it seems like they're all pretty much the same. This door going to open? You know? So, I don't know. I mean, I still like single-player games. Make no mistake about it. I enjoy playing them. You know, I wonder if I can get away with one more run. Even if I have to sit here, you know what? Somebody did not lower the landing gear. What dumb shit did that? You see that? The gear is not down. Whoops. Say whoops. This may get me killed here getting in the ship.
You mentioned you play Elite Dangerous.
Yes, I do.
Which ship are you using?
I'm still using the starter ship. I haven't played it enough. I just more or less play around with it because I enjoy the way it looks. I do enjoy, you know, flying around in there and stuff, but I really haven't got into it very much. Startup.
Acknowledged.
No, you didn't. There it goes. Okay, well, I don't think I heard anything. Mobile glass?
Open Mobiglass.
I mean, I think it looks awesome. I mean, especially in VR. And I really ought to. But I play so many games that I don't even stream. I started playing.
Have you heard the rumored roadmap for Elite Dangerous coming this year?
Yeah, they got two big updates this year from what I saw earlier today. I guess it was. And they keep talking about they're going to put in FPS stuff in that game too. I don't know that that's going to be true. You know how rumors are. Star map.
Activating now.
I'm going to try and make one more buy of this. Even if I can't sell it today, I'll be able to sell it when I log back in tomorrow. so we're going to go for it. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Range.
Collecting data.
I'm sorry. Due to inactivity.
We're not even on the pad, buddy. Why are we jammed? Come on. Somebody's out there in a Manus, aren't they? Let's crank up the speed. Let's see if they
There
can...
is this month's giant bug fix update, followed by the fleet carriers on June, then the massive
Yeah.
update for the end of the year supposedly.
Yeah, the fleet carriers that ought to be pretty slick, actually. Jump.
Quantum travel
Jumping.
engaged.
Yeah, that ought... You know, and I really think that Dual Universe will release this year. And I think that game looks really interesting. And it'd be neat to build your own space stations, build your own ships. You know, everybody build everything. I think that's pretty cool. Plus, all on one shard, you know. Everybody will be on the same server. I mean, hell, Star Citizen struggles with 50 people. Can you imagine 50 million? Or that's probably exaggeration, probably 50,000, whatever. But still, that'd be pretty cool. And like Star Citizen, you have ships, you have ground, you have all that. I think No Man's Sky, I think that game looks really good, but I don't like the game. It's too much of a survival game for my taste. But I've been told that once you play it for a while, the survival stuff really is not that much to it anymore. So I just haven't played it long enough, I guess. I mean, I like survival content. I just don't like
Elite
it.
is rumored to have base building in the next big update.
Flying.
Yes.
Flying.
Like I say, there's the two releases, major releases this year, are supposed to be quite a bit of content. And I think it's gorgeous. I don't care what anybody says. Elite Dangerous in VR is just absolutely gorgeous. Now, I've never actually played it off my monitor, so I can't, you know, I don't know how it is on a monitor, but it's definitely fun in VR. And that's the only reason I haven't tried X4 Foundations. Some people say it's really good. I don't know. I can't play it in VR, so it doesn't interest me. And I don't mind using Vorpex. Vorpex makes games, except for the menus, like
Wait
chat.
until you get into the medium ships such as the Krite Mark II. The interior is very good VR.
Yeah, like I say, for the ships I've been into and the worlds and everything, I think flying around stations, I think the VR is excellent. And like you say, I haven't gotten into the bigger ships. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, people don't like it because you basically are your ship, but you know what? I can't think of any game growing up that you weren't your ship. I'm sorry, I don't care if you played X-Wing or TIE Fighter or even the Wing Commanders. You were your ship. I mean, combining space flight and stuff is relatively new for these games.
Do you have Boneworks and the Oculus Touch controllers?
No. I use the controllers in most made for VR games except flight sims, just because I like joysticks. it's, I don't know, it's, yeah, makes me more think I'm flying. Where I just don't get that feeling from the controllers. Although I use them regularly and anything else.
Do you need the sensors for Oculus Rift S, and are they compatible?
No, you don't need the sensors on the Rift S. This Rift S has inside-out tracking, so it does its own tracking. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got 6 or 8 cameras on it, and you can actually see through. I can tab out and actually see. My cameras will show me what's around me without taking the headset off. I can actually, it's not world's greatest resolution, but I can actually see out of my HMD when I'm in Oculus Home. Range.
Collecting data.
So you don't only need the sensors with the Rift. When it's Oculus, the Rift S has inside-out tracking, so you don't need the sensors anymore. Jump.
Quantum
Jumping.
travel engaged.
We're going to get interdicted here.
Quantum travel cancelled. Contact received. Rear shield under attack.
So tracking is far superior to the AUG Rift?
No, I won't say that. Nearest target. I don't notice any difference between the two. Nearest target.
Targeting.
Oh, I could just bug out here, but I'm going to have fun. Gimbals. Gimbals. Come on.
Action.
Contact received.
Gimbals.
Actioned.
Why aren't you giving me my
Contact received.
nearest target?
Targeting.
Gimbals. There it is.
Actioned.
No, I can't get these missiles to lock on here.
How about comfort? The head straps on the CV1 cut into my skin, and the face foam is horrible.
Yeah, I actually like the head strap on the regular Rift better. But the foam on this is better. Does that make sense? I wish they had this face screen
Shield under attack.
with the rest of the Rift. Come on. This thing sure does like to drift.
Target destroyed.
Nearest target.
Targeting.
These guns are powerful, I will say that. Looks like a Connie, maybe.
Forward shield under attack. Caution. Weapons system overheating.
Yeah.
Forward shield under attack.
Them guns cool off.
Is there a chance the HDMI cable can kink on the Rift S?
No.
I broke the original on my Rift due to this and the way it was strapped.
No, I have never had any problem with this one. And I have noticed that the regular Rift you could.
Target destroyed.
Oh, that was bright. Is that all of them? Nearest target? Oh,
Targeting.
we got another one. Don't see him over here. How many we got? Jesus. Why these size guns you can shoot from a long way around. Come on, let's get up on it.
Destroyed.
Somebody else got him, wasn't me. Okay. Range.
Collecting data.
Now, if I'd have been on the way back, I wouldn't have bothered fighting them. I'd have just ran. But since I'm empty,
Contact received.
worst could happen is I have to reclaim this ship. Have to get out of quantum range or jamming range. No, there are pluses and there are minuses from the Rift to the Rift S. I mean, I grant you it has better resolution. The sound is not as good. The Rift has superior sound. Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel engaged.
This unit may be a little lighter.
In terms of UI, which do you prefer? Star Citizen or Elite?
Oh, Elite Dangerous. The UI in this game just sucks. I'm sorry. It's the worst UI anybody ever made. I mean, they claim they're going to redo it and all this stuff, but they haven't redid it yet. Now, the UI on the Gladius isn't bad looking, but this ship here, I'm sorry, this mess sucks. Yeah, I think the UI in this game is god awful. Range.
Collecting data.
Yeah, it's much improved in Elite Dangerous. To my taste. Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel engaged.
But they claim this is getting a complete rework, so we'll see. It's no longer on the roadmap. They said it was going to be, well, I think originally they claimed it was going to be out on 3.8, but they took it out. They took it off the roadmap, so who knows when we're going to get a new UI. Well, just like coming in here. Now, we're going to get down here to this surface in this daylight, and we're not even going to be able to see our HUD. And see, there's just no excuse for that.
Can you distribute power via HOTS or joystick buttons?
Yes, I can. But I use voice attack because I'm lazy. It's easier to remember, just like I can redistribute my shields and everything, and I use voice attack for that. It's just easier instead of all these different flight sims, space sims, keep reprogramming stuff because everybody does it different. And I can use the same voice commands and make it work in different games. Yeah, I'm a firm believer running in VR. We're using voice attack in flight sims and space games. I don't use them in FPS games. I don't use it. But I love using it when I'm flying, no matter what I'm flying.
Do you prefer quantum travel or super cruise?
You know what? There's not a whole lot of difference as far as I'm concerned. They speeded quantum travel up in this game on this patch, so it's not near as bad. Some of the quantum travels that I made here from Alisar to Magda, that was a 20-minute quantum jump in 3.7. It's much quicker here. So they speeded it up, which I was very glad to see. I thought quantum travel was too big a time sink. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down. And locked.
But yeah, I really can't tell a whole lot of difference. I mean, ain't this it here? No, farther up there? Yeah, okay. Well, it's up here somewhere. There it is.
Do you prefer moving in quantum travel or let it control itself?
You know what? I really don't care. I would probably do both if we were allowed to, if that makes sense. It all depends on how long something takes, whether I get bored with sitting and waiting on it. But I wouldn't mind having a feature where we could quantum travel a little faster if we controlled it and we could shoot a pike or something like that, you know? I think that'd be pretty cool. Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
So yeah, I wouldn't mind being able to actually fly in quantum travel. I think it would be interesting. You know, cut down the speed a little bit, or cut down, you know, our QT
Star
time would be
Citizen
less.
doesn't support HDR, does it?
No. Close mobile glass.
Closing mobiGlass.
But there's a lot of this game still doesn't support that they claim it's going to in the future. You know, who knows?
Caution. Deck collision.
Oops, come on, level out here.
HDR would greatly benefit its
Complying.
visuals.
Yes, it would. This thing just couple. There we go. Couple. And there's why it was drifting.
Landing successful.
Yeah, who knows what, you know, they're gonna, like I say, they are so far away from having a complete game. Exit seat.
Affirmative.
I mean, back when when they started all this, they claimed they're going to this will be the only game, this, that. Well, like procedurally generated planets. Well, you know what? Everybody has that. That's nothing new. Dynamic economy. Jesus Christ, Elite Dangerous has had a dynamic economy now for how long? What's the difference between what Star Citizen's trying to do and what Elite Dangerous already has? So, I mean, the big backers for Star
If you could have
Citizen.
any ship in Star Citizen in any other space game, which would it be?
Complying.
Mine is the Mercury Star Runner.
Yeah, you know what? And I like the little Terrapin. I don't have one, but I do like that little ship, and I will probably buy one as soon as they make it persistent where we can buy ships. I mean, I'm not going to earn up 2.5 million credits to buy one and have it wiped out in the next patch, but I think that's a fun little ship. And I like multiplayer ships. The trouble is then you have to play with other people all the time, and sometimes that's just not realistic. So I have a tendency to stay away from ships like the Connie and that, because you have to have they say a minimum crew of 3.
UHAV Reburn Demonetized, stop the video and you owe 5,000 to Iris and Cumius.
Yes. Okay, I was actually able to buy another full load after I was already here. That's surprising. So yeah, yeah. Like I say, some of these ships, they're going to take forever to earn that kind of money. And I'm okay with that, because let's be realistic. If you buy them, you know, it kind of take the fun out of them if you can get them. I actually only own 3 ships. I own this Freelancer. I own a little courier, Avenger Renegade, and I own a Prospector. And except for in-game, I have no desire to buy more ships. I mean,
The worst part about multi-crew in Star Citizen is how long it can take to set up a crew.
yeah, I mean,
However,
that's just,
the best part about multi-crew is all the things your crew can get up to.
yes. I mean, don't make no mistake about it. Multi-crew, you're going to shove me in there again, aren't you? This son of a bitch. Okay, the key is opening this door. That's twice in a row it did that. Come on. Was it something about this planet? Come on. Open up. Here we go again. There it
Is
goes.
that Freelancer glitch still happening?
It's not
How
breaking.
long has it been since it was discovered?
Oh, God, I have no idea how long ago. They had it fixed once. They broke it again. At least it's not breaking your legs and killing you. For a long time, it did that. If you remember correctly, you'd get out of it and break your legs. Like I say, this was fixed once. Doesn't do it every time. And then they broke it again. But that happens a lot in Star Citizen. Something's broke. I mean, fixed and broke and fixed and broke. All right. Take off.
Ascending. Retracting module. Handing you the comm.
Cruise control.
Landing gear up.
Affirmative.
SIG needs to expand the airlock to allow the player a bigger berth.
Either that or fix the animation, because it's the animation that's bad that's caused it to do that. A lot of times the animation kicks you off all the way to the right, and you're not actually on all the way on the ladder. So when the door closes behind you, it shoves you into that vacuum. So it's pretty much, I think the animation's the trouble. Cruise control. Couple.
Affirmative.
Cruise control. So I really think it's the animation they've got going that's messed up.
Affirmative.
Star map.
Activating now.
Now I could be wrong. Close star map.
Affirmative.
But yeah, I think the animation is not centered on the ladder. And so it throws you into the side. Range.
Collecting data.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel engaged.
The planets don't orbit, do they?
Yes, they do. They do actually orbit. Yes, I have logged in and gone to a planet. It's not been in the same place. It's been in a different place. You know, the moon's orbit and the planet's orbit. That's one of their big things, that everything's supposed to work in the solar system. Now, I haven't actually measured it and all that stuff, so I'm taking their word on that they actually have them doing what they said they're doing. But yeah, everything's supposed to be dynamic. Yes, they're not stationary. They're supposed to move around.
About time SIG added that.
Yes. But I don't know if anybody's actually checked it. You know? You'd probably have to spend some time in the game to verify it. I don't know if anybody has. I haven't heard anybody actually verifying it. Just that SIG claims that that is the case. Well, we know the planets rotate in their, in their own spot because we have night and day.
The orbits aren't elliptical, are they? Meaning planets can get closer and further away?
Yeah, you know what? They should be, but you know what? The star map doesn't show them to be elliptical. I would think all planets have elliptical orbits, but how accurate is a star map too? So. But technically, I think all orbits, just by the nature of orbits, don't they have to be elliptical? They can't be a circle, a perfect circle? Now, whether they are or not in this game, I don't know. They might have decided we'll just make them a circle for, ease of programming. But I don't know whether it's true or not true. But if I would think they were going for realism on it, I would think they'd all be elliptical. But yeah, they're supposed to rotate around the star, and the moons rotate around the planets. What they claim. All I know for sure is the planets and the moons, they do rotate amongst their own axis because we have night and day. And plus some runs, sometimes I have to go around the planet to go back to Crusader. Sometimes I can go directly off the same place and go right to Crusader. So it's obviously they do rotate. It's just not made up night and day cycle. They do actually rotate. I have no idea why it's making noise. It's not screen shaking, so we're not getting interdicted.
Quantum travel complete.
And I have noticed, like here today, when I'm coming from Magda, this is the third trip I made. Olisar is always just off to the right of Crusader here. Now I will start paying attention to see if that holds true, say tomorrow or the next day, range, because that will
Collecting
prove that
The voice moderator isn't audible. My last sentence wasn't spoken.
wasn't spoken, huh? Jump.
Quantum
Jumping.
travel engaged.
Choo, choo, choo. Come on. Whoops. We're gonna have to. I wonder what it missed it for. Yeah, I think it was. Whoops. Back in the game here. About the orbits being elliptical. Flying a small ship quite a bit.
It's working now.
Yeah,
My second prior sentence was showcasing the lack of a crash or server crash despite how long your session has been running.
I don't have a lot of server crashes. I will occasionally disconnect, but not actual crashes. Knock on wood. But a disconnect is just as bad as a crash. I mean, you lose everything on a disconnect, same way you do on a actual game crash. But I don't have many for whatever reason. I know some people really have a lot. But Trisk and I were playing as a team earlier on a Argo Mole mining ship. We played for 4 hours. We had no disconnects, no crashes. And we were both in VR. So, what am I doing here? Contacts? Contacts?
Broadcasting now.
So, I'd say 3.8 is pretty stable.
Where is throttle on these yoke control ships such as the Freelancer and 300 series?
You know what? I don't know. Why are we hailing Crusader? How about Olisar? Most ships you can see it. Let me look here.
Please proceed to
Close
assigned
mobile
landing
glass. Let's look down and see. I don't know that there's close mobile glass. Close mobile glass.
Closing mobiGlass.
Let's see. Well, I don't actually see any movement. Huh. There must, I see no movement on the dashboard anywhere. Do you? Pedals? Looks like the pedals, the tilt of the pedals. See, the pedals are moving when I go forward and back. So, yeah, I don't think they've thought that out very well. Landing mode. Of course, in an airplane, you would have throttles. Any type of flying air, you have a throttle. So I don't know that they actually thought that out. Because both your hands are on the yoke at all times. Unless there's a trigger on the back side you can't see.
It may be the pedals.
Yeah, I
However,
see the
how
pedals.
does the ship yaw and strafe?
Yes. And just like, yeah, I mean, I can slip slide any direction. See, I'm just strafing down, up and down on the yoke, not back and forth, but just up and down. Is strafe up and down, and left and right. You can see I can strafe left and right. Well, wait a minute. Why am I obstructing landing area? Because
You are blocking an active flight bay.
what I do take too long to land, possibly. I was screwing around, possibly. They didn't like how long I took. We'll back out. There ain't no sense getting a ticket. Nope, I'm sorry, but... Huh. Pretty sure that's the pad I was on.
Caution. Deck collision.
What's the deal here? Just usually get a... You land it.
Shields off.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Not getting a warning now. So. Whoops. Wow. Okay, now what are you doing here? Yeah, it's clipping bad here for some reason. She's trying to clip. All right now, come on. We'll just get out of the bed here. Get in the bed. That's what we got to do. See, we have bugs. We have bugs. I have no idea why it clipped into the bed and wouldn't let me out of it. Well, don't be sitting there getting seasick. Get out of the damn bed. Come on. Alright. And the animation seems a little wonky. See how we're on the right side of the ladder instead of down the middle? And I think that's the same thing that happens when you get in. The difference is when the the ladder goes back up, it knocks you into the side there. Alright, I doubt if we can sell all this, but we might be able to. We could buy it. But these places only buy so much. All cargo, I'll be damned. We got lucky. Or nobody's running gold. 91,000 up to credits. That was a pretty easy 24,000 I just made. Didn't take that long. Can't complain.
I'm sorry. Due to inactivity, we have been forced to assign your landing zone to another customer.
It's alright. Okay, we're going to get out of here. We're done for now. That's enough money making for me. I think we've made enough. Let my ship despawn before they give me a ticket. Because they will. Because I did notice it didn't say it landed. Alright, Wiser, we're going to get out of here. And thanks for watching.